Welcome back to Erica's Welsh Garden. Today is Wednesday, not sure of the date, maybe the 17th or the 18th. I'm just down at the plot and I'm about to feed my tomatoes and my cucumber in the polytunnel, so I thought I would show you what is going on in there. I looked and I think last month in June everything was still pretty small, and now it's a massive jungle, so let's have a look. So, welcome to the jungle, which is mainly over this side, but actually everyone else along here has also really overpacked their little areas. The fertiliser that I'm going to be using today is this liquid seaweed. Now, when I was looking for seaweed fertiliser, quite a lot of people really recommended this. This is the first time I've ever used it, and to be honest, this is the first time really I've ever actually bought in any fertilisers. But when I go to gardening club, we have talks by different people, and we had a talk from Terry Walton and another guy called Ivor Mace, and all of them promoted this seaweed fertiliser. So I found this one, which is a concentrate. Obviously you just put a small cap at the top into your water, but also this is organic, and I think I paid about £7 for this. Now I've seen other ones in other garden centres and stuff like that, and it was about £11.99, so this was certainly the cheapest that I found. And I think some of the discount stores sometimes have it in a bit cheaper for like £1.99. So obviously this is an expensive way to fertilise your fruit and veg and stuff, but I didn't really have much of a choice on this area because I didn't buy any compost. So the compost that everything's growing in here is a couple of years old, and it's not, you know, it's not been refreshed this year, so that's the reason that I've gone for this. So I'm going to get feeding these now, and we can turn the camera around and have a look at the jungle. Honestly, it is mad. So as you can see, this is quite a jungle. I'm really sorry about the lighting. It's really cloudy today, but it's still quite bright, but it's not really picking it up too well on the camera. But yeah, pretty much I've got a tomato jungle going on. Down at the front though, I've got those peppers not doing too well, to be honest. I think that I've had about 2 or 3 flowers on these peppers, but these have been just directly in that compost that's not very nutritious, as you can see. A little bit of mare's tail there. And then these are my plum tomatoes, my small plum tomatoes that are in those grow bags down the side. They're doing really well, actually. I have already taken a yellow one. The big problem I've got here, as well as it being overpacked, is this really horrible weed thing here. It kind of sticks to your arms as you put your hand in and stuff, and it's actually scratches a bit. So that's kind of taken over the back as well of the polytunnel. I also, if you remember, had 3 cucumber plants which are in a grow bag right through the back. This is kind of the way I have to put the watering can in to be able to actually get to the bottom of the grow bags which are there. So only 2 cucumbers actually made it, and I've had about 5 cucumbers already. They're really diddy ones, which is great, but as you can imagine, they're really hard to get to. But you can see here that this is some of that cucumber growing this way, but I had actually put up some, well, there was already some plastic kind of netting here that I was hoping that it was going to grow up, but there's not a chance that I can really get in there. But the main thing, actually, apart from the tomatoes being pretty big at the front, is this horrible weed here. Don't know what it's called, but I'm going to have to make sure that I get that out at the end of the season, because I don't want to be dealing with it next year. Really, really annoying. So yeah, I mean, maybe I can get in like right at the back and just chop it off at the ground so that all of these bits kind of die back, because it is really annoying. Properly scratches and sticks to your arm as well. But in terms of tomatoes and stuff, I've got some quite big tomatoes coming along there, which are really good. And my plum tomatoes, I've already had 1 yellow plum off of it, but they are actually getting quite a lot of fruit on. I just need to be a little bit patient. Now I had pinched these out, but as you can see, they're kind of just like, there's a little plum there. They are kind of growing all the way down here. So yeah, I don't know, can I cut these back a bit or something like that? Or maybe I just need to get some more bamboo canes, and this kind of branch here that's come down from there, I need to maybe get a cane and put it up there. So maybe I'll do that in a bit. But yeah, really happy with how it's going so far, despite it being so overcrowded. But these peppers not doing too well at all. I've had one pepper off it already. It was green, hadn't gone yellow, but I ate it just because I couldn't help it. So I've just got some string, and I'm just gonna sort this tomato out before I get everything fertilised. So it's actually really tall now. I think it can possibly reach to the top now. So I'm just gonna put a cane in and tie it on. To be honest, it's doing pretty well in here considering how neglected it's been. I've literally just been watering these pretty much, giving it a feed every now and then. So I might just tie this in at the top now. To be honest, if I can get some more canes, I might just do it to all of them today, and that way they can just kind of grow up as tall as they want, and when they get to the top I'll just pinch them out. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me very well. I don't even know if you can see me very well. I've got some more bamboo canes now, so I think I'm going to kind of try and get some of these a little bit straighter and cut off some of the kind of leaves so there could be a little bit more airflow between it. So not that I think I can probably actually fix it now because everything is so kind of intertwined. So I think it's about 30 minutes since I turned the camera off, and I just went mad in there and managed to kind of get about this much stuff from that area. So definitely gonna have let a lot more airflow come in. I only by accident lost a couple of nice bits of tomato, but I did find a cucumber that was hiding and sort the cucumbers out as well. So I'm really happy. I'm just going to go and get this into the compost bin now, and then I can show you the difference. Here is the transformation. I can't believe how much I managed to clear. What I've done is I've tied each of my tomatoes onto their canes, and then I've just tied them to the netting at the top. Pretty happy that I didn't snap anything off really, just a couple of the tomatoes, but they were quite kind of long, gangly with only a few fruits on. So I can easily get in now to water everything and feed everything. As you can see, that is a massive transformation, and I've got quite a few cucumbers coming, so I'm really happy with that. And I think I'm probably going to get a much more productive little area, especially because I can just water it so much easier now. So I'm going to give everything a feed now. So I'm just going to give everything a feed with the seaweed now. Because I use the plant halos, I can just feed directly into the middle. I'm really glad that I did this video today though, because I was just planning on giving you a quick look at what was going on and how everything was so overgrown, but actually it made me come in here and actually spend some time and get everything like this. So thank you very much, because it's made me be motivated to actually sort this polytunnel out, which I'm pretty happy about. So with the feeding, I haven't been feeding things that much actually, but they do say if you are feeding in grow bags, you can actually feed even more often. So that's what I'm going to hopefully be doing over the next kind of couple of weeks now things are fruiting. Do you like my watering can? I found this on the plot when I first got it, and obviously someone had repaired it, and it is kind of falling apart because obviously, you know, the UV rays get to plastic when they're just sat out in the sun all the time. But I'm really happy. It works really well, and it's got a massive spout, so you can properly, if you're trying to water your potatoes, this really works really well. So yeah, I will put a link to this seaweed just in case you are interested in getting some yourself. If you use any of your own fertilisers, let me know. I know many of you actually make a homemade one using comfrey or using nettles, which I did last year, so I don't really know why I didn't do it. It's just, you know, when you go to gardening clubs and stuff like that, and you have these really inspirational talks of people that show you these slideshows of how amazing they are as gardeners. I mean, you know, they've got 50 years experience and they do it as a full-time job basically, but you get so inspired and you want to be just as good as them. So buying stuff like this makes you think that maybe you're going to be as good as they are. Never going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. If this is the first time you're watching me and you have enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can be notified for all of my latest videos. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.